now. People don't do it anymore. My kids say when they go to school, they said they're a minority. Your mom and dad still together? Yeah, they're still together. It's rare.
Yeah.
It's hard, though. Marriage is hard, but I think if you're willing to compromise and know, hey, that's your fault, it's my fault, we have our own faults. If you love me for it, we can keep it going, you know. It's not that people are too selfish. They are.
Exactly. Basically what your point is a king can't rule the kingdom without a queen. And the queen can't rule a kingdom without the king.
I agree.
Plain and simple.
And kids, I think kids need both. I think they need a mom and dad around. Whether stepdad, whatever, they need good mom and dads around because I think kids are getting messed up by all this.
Yeah.
I don't think this is the right way.
They don't even have to be parents. They could just be a good role model. These kids need role models to look up to. And a role model that will point you in the right direction. And then once you're old enough to figure it out on your own, they'll be like, okay, I'm going to leave you alone and let you figure it out, but I'll still help you through it.
Yeah.
And that will give kids a sense of independence, trust, and achievement. That's 3 very key things that everybody wants to feel. I don't care what anybody says. Right now I'm tearing up because I haven't felt any of that in quite some time.
Yeah.
Quite some time. But when I do get it, though, I appreciate the hell out of it, and I don't let it slip. And if it slips away, that's just because it wasn't meant to be.
Yeah.
And I mean, my uncle, he's a really good role model, but him and my dad were always fighting at the job and construction, fighting over who would take whose place, who would get the name of the company. And my Josh is in my year, and then my dad's in my other. It's like good and bad, but I don't know which one's good or bad.
Yeah, it's probably hard for you because you respect them both.
Exactly, but they were both really good role models, and that's part of the reason why I didn't know who to trust. I didn't know who to believe. So now I just, you know what I'm saying? I still respect the hell out of them, and I love them to death. I just don't want to see them at each other's throats. Wish everything could be back to normal. I'm not used to not being able to see my uncle every day at the work site. But instead, I see my dad, and I have no problem with that. I just wish they were together because they're brothers. Brothers are supposed to be together. Sisters, too. And we all got to stick together. In this cold, cold world, we got to stick together and warm each other up because it's cold out there. It's too damn cold to be letting anybody freeze their ass off.
Well, maybe they'll see past all those past problems and they'll work it out. I hope.
I hope so too. I hope you're right. I mean, I try to look at it like that. I try to look at everything in a positive perspective. I mean, if you say negative things, you can't expect positive results.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. If you got a negative mind, you can't have a positive reality. Can't have a positive world. You got to change how you see the world, not how the world sees you.
Yeah. So
really, really deep stuff.
Yeah. Well, I mean, here's one thing for you. You're young. You got a lot of time. Hopefully you can work through all that stuff and figure out how you want to live and how you want to believe. And hopefully you're not one thing good, and I don't know really your situation, but I'm assuming you don't have, from what you're saying, you don't have a kid or a girlfriend, correct?
The girlfriend?
Kind of.
But I wouldn't call it a girlfriend. I have a romantic interest, but no, I do not have a kid. I would say my animals are my kids, but that'd be kind of weird because that means I have to have sex with an animal to have that kid. So, but
I mean, you got all. I mean, one thing, I can look at this, look back, and think, man, when I had your opportunities, like when I was just, I didn't have a lot of responsibilities. I mean, I could have done anything, I guess. I say that now because I'm looking. Right. The past, I think, is 2020 sometimes or whatever. I mean, it's right. I think I could have. I wish I'd have done this and that, but I'm pretty happy with what I decided to do with what I did. But there's some things I regret. I just hope when you feel it in your heart what you need to do, you go ahead and do it. because if you feel it in your heart and you go ahead and do it, I don't know if that helps with women. That probably doesn't help with women because if you feel it in your heart, you want to be with them and it doesn't work out, it really ticks you off. I know how men are, and I was the same way. But
Yeah.
hopefully the other stuff, you can find what really makes you happy, and then hopefully the other thing will fall into place. You'll find.
You want me to tell you what you want me to tell you what makes me truly happy?
Yeah.
I'm gonna list off some things here. Okay, I'm gonna say the one thing that makes me the happiest first.
Okay.
Family. I got a big family, and they all love me. I don't know what I would do without them. I got a lot of positive role models in my family, which some people's families shun them out. So I have it lucky already. And I was thankful that I went to school because now that I have the very few friends that I have that stuck with me, I'm very grateful because in a way they were my positive role models as well because they helped me through a lot of relationship shit and a lot of family shit, just shitty shit that I had to unclog from the toilet and flush it. I just had to put it down. I just had to put it down in those pipes. And just never, and it wasn't a perfect turd, so that's mainly the reason I flushed it.
And you don't want to see that stuff again because it stinks, it festers, it smells, it's sticky.
Yes,
it can be.
Yes,
you don't want to see that stuff anymore.
It can be. Yeah,
you're gonna make new ones. You're gonna make big old nasty turds, but you hope you hope they're less nasty every time, the rest of your life.
Yeah. That's mm-hmm.
Well, dude, we got really deep. I didn't know where we'd go for this new the first episode of the Bleep You Off Talk Radio podcast. So
yeah,
we just got to figure it out. We got to figure out, like, I've got some people that like to rant. I know this guy that I could probably call and he'd rant forever. We got to figure out how to get the technology so where you could call in and I can still call these other people, and because I need I need another perspective. You're 19. I'm 46 years old.
we need a 20-year-old.
I know. See, like, we got that. So we got these people calling in ranting, and I got plenty of people that's got a lot of crazy opinions, and they like to rant, and they can rant about anything they want. And then I'm hoping, like, your side of it might help give a better perspective for young people to listen to this crap. Because if they just listen to a 46-year-old guy complaining about, that in the good old days we did this and then we walked to school, which we never did, and all that good stuff.
But that stuff I think is interesting.
Yeah, but the thing is with you guys have so much crap. Like, I notice, I'm not going to tell you what I do for a living, but I really notice this in young people. But they have a lot of crap going on. It's crazy. Like, parents divorcing.
Yeah.
People ODing all the time. People dying, and it's crazy. People getting stabbed over $30 on a dime bag and stuff. It's crazy. It's nuts.
I know
they
that
have to deal with
story.
that.
Yeah.
I don't know how they deal with it. Like, how are they not depressed? Like you said, you struggle with things. How can you not be? There's more to worry. Like, you're probably right. I just got an epiphany. You telling me that you were born in the wrong generation, you're probably right. It was probably a lot easier back then, a lot simpler. Now it's really complicated, and people hate each other, and they're shooting each other, and they call each other names on social media, and social media is probably, I like it, but it's one of the biggest divisive things we have going on right now because people just hate each other on it.
Yeah.
They'll just rant. And like the other night I ranted with a guy, and I really don't want to do that on Twitter, and it's just about some sports team. It's stupid, and you don't even need to worry about it. But nobody needs to care about it. But I was ranting and acting like a fool, and then I just apologized to the guy and became friends with him on Twitter. And I was cussing him and calling him. I called his team names and said they were horrible and stupid stuff like that. And then he did the same to me. And I'm like, you know what? I said, let's just be friends. This sounds, I had a bad day today. The mechanic left the oil cap off my engine, and I thought my engine was ruined. So I was having a terrible day. So I decided to just blow off to you. Everything worked out, though. I'm good. The car's good. But I was scared, and I was mad and upset, and I had been drinking a little bit that night. I was really upset. I hate to say that, but I was. And then, and it was bad. And I just apologized. And I'm friends with the guy. It was awesome. He said, he said I was an alcoholic. And he said, get another drink, And then I said, you know what? I apologize. I'm going to erase that tweet because it was stupid. And he goes, I'll erase my tweet too. And I said, hey, I'm going to follow you. And then 5 minutes later, he follows me. And now we follow each other and we're positive to each other. But that doesn't happen much. Most people hate each other on there.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, here, we could talk about something real controversial if you can stay on for a little bit. I know you probably got to work, but you know that girl that was killed downtown Marion when the cop car hit her. I don't really know the details. I don't know if you were on there, but there was a Facebook war over the cop and the coroner and the people that dealt with that deal, and I was involved in it because one of my really, really good friends was involved in the case, so yeah, that was a bad deal. One of the guys who's going to be calling in and ranting, I'm hoping, he was so mad at the mother of the girl who died that he got on the square. I don't know if you ever heard it, but he put a mask on and put it on Facebook Live and cut the rabbit's head off that was sitting in the town square of some town that we know of that we're not going to mention. But the town square that we live in, there was a bunny rabbit for the girl who died. So he went and cut her head off, did a Facebook Live, and put the bunny head on his head with a freaking AR-15.
Oh my God!
And he said, "If you mess, it goes cool." I know it was cool. I have the picture still. I hope I kept it. I'll send it to you sometime. I hope I still have it. But he's going to be one of my guests. He's one of the guys I started the show for. He's awesome. His brother's really mad at him because his brother's a cop, and it caused him a lot of trouble. But he was supporting his brother, but he did it in the wrong way. He had a gun, Facebook Live. If anybody's going to mess with my brother and the cops are marrying, this is what I'm going to do. Boom, bitty, boom, bitty, boom. And it was real controversial because they're still after the cops about that. They think they did it wrong. I don't necessarily have an opinion. I don't want to say they're wrong or right. But the cops, I know some of the cops, and I'm good friends with one of the guys, and I'm like thinking, I think they did it right. And then the mother just went off on people. She went after people. It was terrible. But that's the thing I'm talking about.
You do not step in front of a mother in her rage.
Oh, I know.
You never do.
Oh, yeah. And you're not going to win. Whether she's a bad person or she's a good person, doesn't matter. It's like a mother bear. Right. Like if you start teasing a baby bear out in the woods and mother bear's there, she's going to rip your fucking head off. Bottom line. She's going to hear the words, and she's going to rip the head off of whoever. Yeah. I used to play that game. I love that game. I used to play on the Sega Genesis and Mortal Kombat.
Oh,
that was the best game for the Sega Genesis was Mortal Kombat.
Oh,
so is Mortal Kombat on Xbox awesome now? Because I don't play it.
Yes.
So you guys just go one-on-one, and it's just one-on-one fights like it used to be. And it's the same thing, or you guys got more of a 3D atmosphere? Is it 2D, like you're just face-to-face doing linear moves? I can't explain. I'm not a computer graphics guy, but it's just two guys going against each other, basically, right?
If you're asking if it's like the old days, yes. I'm going to answer that question
great.
with yes. Okay. It is back to the normal mechanics, but they've added so much spicy stuff in.
Cool.
X-ray moves where you can see the broken bones, and it goes in slow. It goes in slow motion.
Awesome.
And you can do air combos. You can bounce up people for a new combo start. You can reset to full 10-hit combos in one combo chain. It is so fucking amazing. And I'm sorry for dropping the F-bomb.
Dude, you're good. This is Bleep You Off Talk Radio Podcast. It's okay. But
anyway, dude, it's just so cool. It's so cool. And Mortal Kombat 11 is coming out. And I swear to you, I honestly don't like the 21 Savage song going along with the fight scene. I think that's stupid. I think 21 Savage sucks. And
I'm trying to think if I know. I think I know what that is. I've heard the name, but I'm not familiar. I can't recall the song. But
don't look him up because he's not worth your time.
Okay, I won't.
Time is too valuable.
Because I've got my end music queued up.
Mumble rap,
but I don't have that. But I wasn't going to end with that, because especially since you don't like it. But I got my song queued up for the end. But I don't have to worry about that now. But the games I play are just first-person shooters. and Call of Duty and Battlefield. But the problem is with Call of Duty, I think